When we have these bigger purposes inside us, right, that want to come out into the world, it's so vitally important that we follow them, that we take the risks, that we allow this part of ourselves, this part of you to have a voice in the world. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hello, beautiful souls. Thanks for tuning in again for another great episode. Today we are with Jo, and she is at that point in her life where she knows that a deeper purpose is calling to her. She's currently an EMT. She has been called to help people all her life. And now that calling is stepping into the spiritual world, and it's bringing together Reiki and mediumship and intuitive development and all these spiritual and embodied ways that she wants to move into her purpose. And yet, like so many of us, she comes on the call feeling that she's not entirely sure of what she wants to do. And what we see so clearly is that there's a part of her that is so committed to the path and to this new expression of her soul. And yet there's the part of her that is having a really hard time being concerned with what other people think and finding the support in her community that she needs in order to bring this new purpose and vision into the world. And so our conversation is really about committing to that part in us that knows that the purpose that lives within us, that is trying to get our attention, that is getting louder and louder and says that you need to pay attention to me. I have to move into this new way of being. I have to let this old life that I was living disintegrate. I have to let something new come forward and guide me. So we have this really beautiful conversation of how Jo can do this and what she can do with what is coming forward and how she can get support and help and programs and all sorts of different things that can assist her as she makes this transition. And as she really commits to herself, ultimately, that is the crux of this conversation, is about how willing is she to commit to herself and this new purpose. So I hope as you're listening, you can find that place inside yourself where you might be at a crossroads, right? As we are in these big, uncertain, changing times in our world, and you're being called to step up and to serve and to lead and to make a difference in the world, that you honor that part of yourself, that you really listen to that voice and know that this is the voice of your soul. This is the voice of the thing that you came here to do and the gift that you are here to share with the world. And you know that my passion is supporting you in that. So in the show notes, there's links. I have all kinds of programs and support that can help you on this journey, I'm here. Reach out. Much love to you. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the podcast. How can I help you today?
I am just looking for some guidance on my life purpose. I'm almost 40, and for years I've just having trouble deciding. I'm into so many things. I know I'm meant to help people. Just like some guidance on that.
Okay. So I'm just feeling into you, okay? Give me a sec. So the word that comes through for you is commitment. And I see you like the way the image is. There's like the real you underneath, like solid and authentic and knows what she wants. And then there is another you sitting on top of her. And this is the you that feels more uncertain of what she wants to do. And she feels like there's a lot going on with her in the realm of, well, what do other people think I should do? And oh, I don't want to upset this person. And well, maybe if I do that, what if I get it wrong? And she's way more indecisive. And it's like she's more concerned about other people than about what your authentic truth underneath is. And then there's like the you underneath. It's like, oh, yeah, this is me. So, how do you relate to that information?
Absolutely, yes. I am too worried about what other people think about me.
Hmm. Yeah. So this is what is keeping you from actually doing what you want to do. It's like commitment, right? Like committing to your truth, committing to your authenticity, committing to what really lights you up, as opposed to committing to trying to be who everybody else thinks you should be.
Yes, very much.
So if we were to drop down to the Joe underneath, what does she know about what you love?
Oh, I love spirituality. I've always wanted to just help people like with trauma, and I love Reiki, and I've always wanted to like work on being a medium. I want to help people in the spiritual realm. That is my passion, very much so.
So, what's stopping you?
Probably because everyone who's always been around me said that's unrealistic. But I'm not really, I mean, I try to be realistic, but I don't always live in the concrete world. My head's always in the clouds where it makes me happy, you know? But it's like my husband, that's unrealistic. That's not going to give you any kind of pay you want or need. Those are the things that are stopping me.
Hmm. Yeah, my love, that's very, very common narrative that is in our world at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Your husband and the people that are around you are not the only people saying that. So, what that comes down to is who are you going to listen to?
The older I get, the more I want to listen to myself because I'm the only person that can make myself happy. Nobody else can.
Hmm.
And I think if I don't, then I'm going to be very miserable for the rest of my life.
Hmm. And you are moving into one of the richest and most potent times of your life, right? Because when we're younger, we have other responsibilities and things that call our attention and things that we think we want and need. And we're caught up on all the programming and the trying to make everyone else happy. And then you hit like your mid 30s, go into your 40s, and you start to really question what you're doing. Like you're in that portal right now. You're like, oh, I'm supposed to be somebody different. And I actually have the resources and the time and the wherewithal to do it and to choose.
Yes, absolutely.
Hmm. So you're kind of following a very natural projection or cycle, right, of women's evolution and how we mature. You've gone from the maiden into the mother, and then you're preparing to move into crone. You're not there, but that's like out there, the next phase. And so you're percolating in the mother. And the mother starts to recognize that she's extremely creative. She's extremely powerful. She's extremely resilient and resourceful. And she starts to not give a crap about what other people think.
Yes. That's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a very distinct feeling between the two versions of you, right? Like the one that is, she's low and she's slow and she's determined and she is like, I'm doing it my way. Nobody's going to tell me what I can do. And then the other version of you is much lighter and kind of like, oh, wait, what's happening? I don't know if, can you feel those two kind of qualities in you or those two energies and places in yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always having a tug of war with myself. That's how I can
Mm,
explain it.
yeah. So it feels very important for you to put down the rope. No more tug of war. It's over.
I'm tired.
Yeah. You can see you're looking at your hands. You're like, my hands are roped burned. I've got calluses. Like, I'm done. It's over. Let's stop this. It's silly. Let's join forces.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So you want to move into, what do you currently do?
I am currently a EMT.
Mm. So you're feeling that that's coming to an end, or is it an integration, or is it like, what's going on for you with that?
I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I love helping people, but it's not in the way that I want to help people. I can help people sometimes the way I want to in this because we do have psychiatric type calls or crises with people. But this is something that I think I can carry on with me to help in future endeavors. But it's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. No.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a transition, right? Out of one way of helping people into another.
Yes.
And what I find, right, when you engage the spiritual world, when you start following the spiritual breadcrumbs, like being on this call, more and more of that happens. And the pathway starts to open up. And yes, right now, maybe it doesn't make sense to just quit your job and go full turkey into trying to become a medium. Or that's not even the way to say it, because if you are inclined to be a medium, then you already are a medium. You just haven't developed the skills all the way yet, is the way I would better say that, right? Because I think that those desires we have inside us and the things that pull at our heart, they already belong to you. They're already the things that you are supposed to do, or you wouldn't be thinking of them. But because you're thinking of them, it means they're yours. And so it's working out what is the plan, what is the next step in moving you towards what it is that you really want to do.
Right. I definitely think I'm working more on working with my intuition because I actually have really good intuition, but I also have a brain that constantly wants to take over all those intuitive thoughts. So, got to work on that a little more.
Mhm. That is part of the process, my love. Like, I don't really know anybody who hasn't had to walk that path,
Right.
right? Unless maybe it's somebody that grew up in a family that was really encouraged intuition and they themselves were a healer, right? And then they gave that gift to their kids. But I would say most of us are fighting our minds. And it is, you're very wise to know that this is a big key in how you want to move forward. You have to build that relationship with your intuition and quiet the part of you that is rallying against that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me that you know what you want. You're at this place where you see that your purpose is shifting and changing. That, yes, you may love a lot of different things, but you're pretty grounded in knowing that helping people in the spiritual realms is your path forward. Would that be correct?
Oh, that's very correct. That's absolutely what I want to do.
Okay. So then how can I help you in that place?
I really don't know how to answer that question. I guess I don't know. I guess I want to know like how to, I guess, trust my abilities more because I know they're there, but I don't know. I'm having trouble with the confidence side of things, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I get that. And in my experience, the way through that is practice, right? It's like anything. If you haven't been to the gym in 5 years and you go to the gym, you're starting out really basic. If you haven't run in a while, you're not running a marathon, right? You're like jogging around the block.
Yeah.
It's practice. Find the thing. If it's mediumship that you want, ask a friend. Hey, can I try and just see what happens if I try to intuit something for you?
Hmm.
Right.
Okay.
And starting a meditation practice, if you haven't got one, commit to one, even if it's 5 minutes a day. There needs to be a sacred space that you are carving out in your life that says, I'm committed to this and I'm committed to it. So I'm showing up for it every day. Like giving yourself, because it would be like saying, I mean, if when you went to go and be an EMT, if you didn't study and practice, there's no way you would have passed the test, right? You had to learn, and it's no different. You're just learning to use a different part of your brain and a different part of your architecture. So, like, I feel you grounding into this part of you that's underneath, right? And that knows that this is what you want. And it doesn't really matter anymore what other people think about it. Grounding into her, carving out time every day that is your sacred time to connect with your spirit guides, with your heart, with your energetic body, and feeling into the unseen world. And then practicing, maybe even taking courses, classes that help you, signing up for things that are about developing your intuition and through the threads, right? I think you mentioned mediumship and Reiki were two of the things you said.
Yes. Shamanism too. That's a really big one.
Shamanism, yeah. It's a beautiful path. It's been part of mine. Find programs that incorporate those things and start, dive in, study, treat it as you would any other profession. You need to understand more about it to have more confidence in it.
Okay. Grounding is definitely something I've always had trouble with because, like I said, my brain it likes to fly away into another place. So I really got to ground. I think that's very important, like you say.
Mhm. Yeah, right. It's meditation is building a relationship with who's in charge of your mind.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Mhm. Was there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I just needed some advice on how to go about my life purpose. And you definitely gave me some good advice that I can definitely take and use.
Yeah. Yeah, follow it, my love. When we have these bigger purposes inside us, right, that want to come out into the world, it's so vitally important that we follow them, that we take the risks, that we allow this part of ourselves, this part of you to have a voice in the world. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm. This feel like an okay place to land today?
Yes.